Hello, and welcome to another Artcast. Today we'll be continuing on our series, The Momsters, with some Jane Jetson starting out, and then we'll work on a little bit Morticia. I'm a little upset. I think I may have lost one set of footage. I'm not sure. I think it might be shuffled in with some other videos. That sort of happened. Like the first 3 or 4 Momsters, they were all the same name. I was bad about my documentation. Not as bad as like Booger AIDS, 69 dot underscore 1. But like they were all like the first 4 sets of footage were all Jamaica. So I had Jamaica 1 through 12 was actually Jamaica. Jamaica 13 through whatever was Alice, and then so on and so forth. So I'm missing 5-volt. I'm missing the blob. It might be in there, it might not, but that's a little sad. I mean, I have the footage from when I did the Artcast, so that's a thing. I still have that. Maybe I can reuse that. Anyway, hey, hi, Dime 1000. Hey, Cage. This one's a fairly new one. This one's a new one for this year. Every year or so, there's a name added, there's a name dropped. Hello, May. Hey, Alt. There's a name added, there's a name dropped. I think on the list that didn't get used this year was Centaur, and also this was added. This was Evil Queen, which is, I don't know. Evil Queen is like so much more. It has connotations of like a witch, but maxed out the season. Congratulations. Hey, Cage. It has connotations of like the witch or the crone, but there's just something, a little extra added on top. Especially with, I don't know, in terms of like Disney and fairy tale and all that stuff. So I just added it this year. And Jane, I don't know why I called her Janine. Ooh. A deer with antlers. So it was a male one or just a female with small ones. Should they be losing their antlers right about now where you're from, or are they a species that has them throughout the whole year? While I wait for that answer, I was going to say Jane Jetson was pretty good. Have I ever played Vampire Survivors? Yes, I have. In fact, I did a little bit of it for maybe the first year of Halloween. I should jump into it. I haven't I think I beat in quotation marks the first couple stages, but I haven't. I think it was something about the factory. I think we got to the factory and then I was just like moving on to other things. Revisiting Hollow Knight. I got a hankering for that one too, but I do have Silk Song, and that'll probably be something I do for like going into like November and winter. But what was? Oh wait, no, she was okay. It just popped up, so I did do it. I had footage of it before this, and I got a little bit of it recorded there. Maybe I was closing it down. As you can see, I was trying to see if I could use Blender a little bit again to make a frame for like the magic mirror, but I was like, I could just do this. I could literally just do this in Paint Studio. This was when I was starting to like kind of leave it up to judgment about what to do. Like, should I go into Blender and model this out, or would it be faster to get a pose in this, or could I just draw that real quick? It's kind of a coin flip now. If I really wanted to, I think if I needed to have a recurring character in multiple poses, it would be better to like sculpt something out. But if I'm just going to like draw from like reference or memory, then I think it would be faster just if you're like one drawing, it would be faster to just do that. Although there was an incident towards the end of this month where I happened to have a character selected that I had previously done a piece for, and I used a Blender model, and I had the Blender model left over, so it was just easy enough just to open it up and use that as a reference. So, like, you model a character, then you have it forever, then you can use it again. Again, it's just like, it's what's good for the moment. But anyway, I'm beating around the bush. I was going to say, Jane Jetson's really good for the Evil Queen because she's got that hair that looks like just the stylized black horns that Maleficent has. Who isn't an evil queen, but like still was definitely based off of like Snow White. I was going to say, Maleficent, that came out in the 60s or the 50s. And then Snow White was a good at least 20 years before that. So there might have been some sort of like nostalgic cycle going on there. Where it's like, oh, people love the evil queen. Let's just kind of do that again a little more. But yeah, the Harvey Birdman bit, that's and he looks down and it's 2011 or something. Harvey Birdman was a fantastic series. And you know what? So was Bird Girl. It had a lot of good moments. Did it get, I think, 2 seasons? 1? I think the problem is that Bird Girl also coexisted with the what was it? Hold on, I should be recording this. What's the matter, boy? Okay, hold on. What's the matter? Okay, I was going to say, I think the problem with Bird Girl is that they were doing like a big rebrand. They were using a lot of Hanna-Barbera characters for Jellystone. So maybe they didn't want like a little bit of weird cross-contamination, because the whole point of reusing the Harvey Birdman is that they had this huge library of just Hanna-Barbera characters that they couldn't really do a lot with. So copying the formula from C-Lab, which was literally just like recycling like what they had and doing a weird, goofy spin on it. Like C-Lab was in the Warner Brothers library. They picked it up and then made a prototypical Archer show out of it. But there is a what? I was gonna say there's an in-joke in Archer, the season where he almost suffocates. The captain of the actual underwater base that they have to infiltrate, I think he dies in the same way that well, no, he doesn't die the same way. He dies in a similar fashion that Captain Murphy like experienced. The one where he gets the soda machine caught on him. And I think to myself, I need exact change. What did he name the scorpion? I forget. Jerry? No. Ah, Mingus Dew. The thinking man's cola. Rip in peace, Captain Murphy. Hey, Fish. Sorry, I was in the other room. I didn't see you walk in. Am I going to the pumpkin patch? No. I mean, I got my pumpkins. I got it, like, I think. Here, let me see how my pumpkins are doing. What? No, I'm not letting you out. Well, I'll let you out, but I can't walk around. Go on. I'm not going out. Have fun. Run around. They're looking at me like they're so lost. Like I betrayed them. They're apartment dogs, so they've been in an apartment, so. Okay. I'm just going back in. Okay, they'll kick the door. Let's see. I think the pumpkins are doing fine. I got them like a couple weeks ago, or like a week ago. I was like, how can these last? And yeah, they're doing good. I got them like they were at Winco. They were like 30 cents a pound, and I was like, oh, that seems good. And it was. I got like 4 of them, and it spent $10. Okay, see you, Alter. You take care. Yeah, pumpkin patch. I haven't been to a pumpkin patch since I was like, oh, when did I go? Yeah, everyone goes to a school trip to the pumpkin patch, and they get a little pumpkin. I haven't done that. I must have been grade school, but when? 4th? Maybe 4th? No, even then. No, that was Durwall. 3rd? No, wait, Durwall was 4. Okay. Yeah, maybe 3rd. 3rd grade is when they did that. Go and got to pick a pumpkin. I'm not sure when they started that or stopped that. I don't know if they stopped that. I don't think my brother went. Maybe no. I'll have to ask him. I have to ask my brother if we ever lived to have we ever gone to a pumpkin patch. Just scrolling through some stuff, doing some dotting some, crossing some T's, dotting some I's. Okay. Yeah, I guess we just didn't do that. Although I went to like a school where you didn't do a lot of school trips. My youngest sister, oh, they're very cool. In the same, they had this brewery that was pretty decent beer. It's called. Oh, in the same pumpkin patch. Cool. Oh, so you just okay? We don't. I kind of live in the middle of the city, so I don't have. I don't have a lot of access to pumpkin patches. Although when I was a kid, yes, we've had a lot of development here. So, gosh, just thinking about how things have changed. Come on in. Yeah, it takes about maybe 45 minutes to get to like farmland from here. So I guess that's not a huge thing, but just, I don't know, something we don't do a lot. Booker, come here, get your treat. Don't hide in your cage. Here, sit. Sit, Shadow. Good. Here we go. A Dutch apple pie. That sounds good. Yeah, like I was saying, her hair. I was just like, well, her hair's kind of shaped like those weird horn things. I could like make that real easy. I don't. What's the difference between Dutch apple pie? Caramel or? Let me see what I got to work with. Oh, move this out of the way while I start or finish up this other thing. I think it's something to do with the crust. What kind of apples did you use? Green apples, I believe. Don't those get kind of mushy? Oh, I like that. For those who don't know, there's a great part in MST3K. I believe it's the episode The Man from Harm, where not Joel, Mike is on trial for blowing up like 3 planets previously with his boobery. And there's a part where Bobo cross-examines Observer about making an apple pie and just totally destroys him on the stand. And let's see, Dutch apple pie is covered in crumbs on the top of the crust. Oh, okay, very good. And so it's hot, we walk around and see stuff. All right, kick ass. I believe there was some kerfuffle one time about whether or not pumpkins grow in Florida. And the sort of, when they did an episode on Jacko? Yeah, that's right. I think it's Jacko. I saw that videotape in the movie, in the video store. I mean, it was literally Blockbusters, which I think after a while, Blockbusters had a little bit more quality control. But they had like weird stuff like that on the shelves for a little bit. I was like, ooh, Jacko. That looks so cool. I think I was such a coward back then. I saw a lot of my experience with like horror movies mainly came from Sci-Fi Channel, which was like, oh, okay, this stuff ain't half as bad as I thought it would, and some of it was just like really stupid and goofy. I would, however, really enjoy, because I always loved Halloween, and I always loved all that kid stuff like Monster Squad and then things like that, things you'd see on TV, and this was before cable, or we got cable, and before I started watching a bunch of sci-fi movies. But I would also like to go and walk through the horror section, just to kind of like give myself a little bit of a spook. And the box covers were always like way more interesting than some of the movies would turn out to be. Like what was it? Like Jacko was clearly a bad example. Or a good example of that, like a cool cover was like, oh man, that's weird. And then you've got Pinocchio. Pinocchio was a weird one. Pinocchio had a sequel to it. He was like a wooden killer guy, and he had a sequel that took place on Halloween, but it was really, really, really boring and bad. I don't know if that was a full moon movie or not. Let's see. Pinocchio Halloween movie. No, Pinocchio and Straw. Okay, no, this is all the horror movie franchise that they're trying to get. No, this was a VHS. No. Oh god, there's so many evil Pinocchio movies. Maybe this was just something about Pinocchio's revenge. Let me sort this down. 90s. No. 1996? No, this was before that. Maybe it wasn't even Pinocchio. Maybe it was just like a wooden thing. No, I guess not. Shoot. Here, let's go 90s VHS covers. Oh, Head of the Family was one of them. Was the full moon one. Troll 2. Gosh, that was awful. Then you had Troll 1, Black Rose. Oh, Black Roses just looks weird. Oh, this is like an international British. Okay, a lot of these are, for some reason, it's like showing me a bunch of Japan stuff. A George Romero, Two Evil Eyes from the creators of the original. Okay, what is Two Evil Eyes about? Two Evil Eyes. 1990. Oh, it's an Italian. They brought some Italian people over. Anthology. No, that's not right. No, okay, this is it. It's a different thing. It's an anthology film. They did The Black Cat and the Facts in the Case of Edgar Allan Poe, Hypnotic State and at the Moment of Death. Worked together on Dawn of the Dead. That's right. That started all those Italian horror zombie flicks. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Under. I'm sorry. Let's see. Troll 2 is fascinating. No one. Really? Okay. But like, what's the synopsis? Okay, writing, receptions. Okay, this is it's two movies back to back. It's an anthology, but it's like two of them. It's barely an anthology. It's like a duology. It's like a double feature. Okay, never mind. Again, probably would have been disappointed with that. You got Dead Alive with the woman with the tiny, smaller skull. That was what's his face doing the. Oh my gosh, Gate 2? There's a Gate 2? Like The Gate. Like Red Letter Media did it, but even before then I knew about it. It was about the kids and they find the thing. I didn't know they had a Gate 2. Wait, did they have a Gate 2? Is this more trickery? The Gate, 1987 film. Okay. I don't like this new cover. The first one was better. It's just like the word "the gate" on the ground, like guys coming out of it. Okay, production, critical response, sequels. Okay. The sequel was released. Gate 2 Trespassers reprises his role as Terry, only for the original cast. Return. Okay, so they did have Gate 2. Wait, Alex Winter? In 19 actor director was in development of a third. The Gate 3D pitched as a remake. However, the project was struck down. Okay. In 2000, Lewis Tripp worked an Australian musician, Kid Crush, on a music video collaborated entitled Sacrifice, reprising his role for a tribute as the gate. Okay. So, like a spiritual successor in music video form. Okay, I got to see what the Gate 2 is. 1990, 3 years after. Okay. Reception, I guess, doesn't generate that much fun as the original, but it's enjoyable. Oh, I think I saw this. This is the VHS cover. I saw another one. Oh, okay. As a kid, for some reason, I thought it was like a weird cliffside thing. But it's actually a picture of, from the perspective of a graveyard, an open grave, and a demon hand, and they're looking up at the sky. But for some reason, I always thought it was like vertical. I must have missed or it must have been a beat up VHS cover. Oh, someone made a Smiling Friends VHS cover. Oh, that's pretty cool. They did it in the old style of the Video Dead. Oh, I think Phalis did a video on that. The Video Dead. It was super weird and dumb. It's basically zombies that come out of the TV screen and then disappear back into the TV screen when the VHS is done. Okay, I may have to check out the Gate too. Hey, too, Jin. Interesting happened. Watch the pilot of King of Meat. King of Meat, and one of the directors. There was a video game designer in California who is also Chad Rocco. The King of Meat. What the hell is that? Survival game. Yeah, that's probably them. I think he worked on. Oh, what is it? What is this? Okay, they're doing all this dancing. Creative co-op. But what is it? Is it hack and slash or Amazon Games? I wonder if this is because the Stadia died. I'm pitting for players. Is this like, okay, it looks like maybe a mix between Fall Guys and yeah, Fall Guys and a stage brawler and okay, the animation looks pretty cool. There's this owl thing. So it's like a dungeon. It's like a dungeon game show thing. where you go through obstacle courses. Again, like Fall Guy mixed with like a brawler, puzzler. All right. $30. And it just launched now. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Compare versions. Okay, I'm on the internet, so I don't have the wish list open for my account. So there's a pilot. Okay, let's see. Meat. Wait, no, King of Meat. What are they trying to do? Videos. Is this animated pilot or hands-on preview or cartoon? Okay, show pilot. Wow. Okay, this is a leaked show pilot. I was going to say Blood also. Oh, that's where I've seen that owl before. I've seen a image of this. I didn't know it was a game, but I've seen that owl. So it's a technologically advanced sort of mystic world. And the main sport is this weird blood sport thing. Yeah, they got skeletons and the skull. I don't know why, but the weird jagged shadowing. And it's just specifically on the skulls, not any of the other characters. But that reminds me of Amazing Screwhunt Head. Okay, this ain't bad. I mean, it's they got good sort of rigging on their models. Little okay. Wow, this is 23 minutes. No, man. So what? This is the ins and outs of how the world works. Kind of reminds me of how they tried to get I mean, not tried to get. I think they're still producing it. The Clash of Kings, they got an animated series. But Blood was originally supposed to, or hashtag Blood, was originally supposed to be an animated pitch, and then they just made a video game about it. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, screw it. Let's just do this. Let's say, yeah. I'll be needing a body for this. Let's see. Let me get my headphones and we'll do like a live reaction to this. I'll start from the King of Meat from the very beginning. Because I can always chop this up later. Okay. Again, the skull. Actually, it's not even that. What's the skull? They've added. Okay, I know why the skulls are so much more detailed. Or it feels, because the skulls are the only thing with an extra added layer of shadow. Everything else has either flat color or a little bit of black, extra black shading to like signify a little bit of depth. And the skulls are the only thing with a little bit of extra detail and an extra layer of shadow for their eye sockets. They probably didn't look right otherwise. Also, the skulls are the only thing with sort of that jagged line that again reminds me of like the Amazing Screw-On head. So yeah, it's like a futuristic or modern futuristic, not too distant future, that sort of thing, where fairy tale creatures or mythical creatures exist. Yeah, a lot of profanity for a. I guess they're trying to go for a little bit of an older audience that still wants to like enjoy colorful, bright and silly stuff. The Conker's Bad Fur Day of. I can't believe how detailed the skeletons are. That's crazy. Like inside of you is a better artwork. Actually, you know what? The backgrounds are really kind of detailed. Everything's bright and neon. Looks good. Okay, you know what? The main character actually has some extra shadows on his Under his nose, under his hair, and on his teeth. He's got a shadow, which is inconsistent, but I appreciate it. Oh, his action figures are made out of severed fingers. Okay, so he's got a big ogre friend. I don't feel that the ogre is gonna somehow come into play, since all of the player characters seem to be one size. It's kind of like how you can never have like too big of a character in Fortnite. They all have to have roughly the same sort of size and dimensions, and why Morty has to have his a biosuit or a mech suit in order to. Okay, and he got a rainbow teleported into a dungeon for some reason. Okay, so he was magically or accidentally transported behind the scenes of the stadium by a tech wizard girl? Okay, world building. Magic is illegal to use. There seems to be a lot of world building built around the sport and not the sport itself. We are 7 minutes into the actual short now, and it only seems to be happening in the background. Oh, the elves speak a weird fake language, or elf language. It's not fake to them. Okay, I think the bomb guy, who is an executive or the boss or something, I think he might be CGI. Oh, wait a minute. I think she's also... Is this made with Blender? Did they rip off Worthy Kids? There's a weird shape on her bangs that's kind of indicates that this might be... I was going to say that the fact that we haven't experienced the games yet, and this is more around surrounding it, reminds me of what was it? Oh, Mad Balls. That may sound weird, but like if you watch the Mad Balls pilot, there's it's a story about, or they try to make this weird story about how a bunch of good Mad Balls were trying to escape the bad Mad Balls because of fascism. I know, totally unreal. I don't know, I want to say unreliable. Damn it! What am I? What's the word? I'm not reliable. Unreliable, or unrelated. Unrelatable. There we go. Take two. I know, totally unrelatable right now. But they like build up the fact that they are in a band, and they only like do like 30 seconds of singing at the very, very end of the pilot. So that's just kind of like the feeling I'm getting here. No, Blender's great. Blender's fantastic. Oh, we're talking about King of Me TV show. But I can even, just from working with it, I could sort of tell when something is shaped a certain way. The rigging on the characters is actually really strong. You can tell it's rig animation. You know, similar to like what Rick and Morty, I don't know, sort of mainstreamed. Ooh. Oh, she's got little boots. Okay. Got a cute design. She's basically in a business suit. And he's got like a jersey on, but with like a little belt. Yeah, her face has got a little bit of a jagged thing to it. The backgrounds are really good. Like the backgrounds and the prop design. Like, again, I'm learning more and more that a show lives or dies by the environments that they inhabit. And this one's actually pretty good. He's got a weird gummy smile. Okay, so this is the story of like a super fan meeting the person that runs the whole operation behind the scenes. Cute skeleton girl, southern voice, giant dragon woman. This is a DA smorgasbord. But it's got nothing to do with the video game. Who's voicing the skeleton girl? She sounds like Chucky and Bunny, who is a voice actor who is unfortunately passed. Okay, so they had to censor the word. They had to censor the word. Like they had to censor the writing fuck, but they couldn't. But they also just say the word fuck. Why did they have to? Why did they have to censor it in written form? Photorealistic cat. Okay, we are now 13 minutes in. Good. Well, no, we just moved to sort of a different kind of perspective. The ones of the broadcaster. We have Curved Beak, the owl guy, who looks grungy. His hands look less like owl feathers and more like scales. Is he an owl bear? Also, he looks like he has tiny pebbles in his beard and forehead. Like they're owl blackheads. Not a fan of that design. And this human reporter or news broadcaster or, whatever, looks way too human for what we've seen so far. He looks like a normal dude. Like his head isn't like proportionally bigger than its body, like from the other humans we've seen so far. Oh, cool. I called it. Wait, is that Eli Manning? Like, actually Eli Manning? Okay, so they've done the isekai joke. The bit is that he's an isekai character who the camera does not follow, which I kind of like. I kind of think that's pretty good. And yeah, he's here because he's sports. Okay, no magic allowed. So I was going to say that's a thing in D&D, right? Where you go and they are reusing the footage from the skeleton cheerleaders. I was going to say there's a thing in D&D where I've heard that they purge magic if you're ever around like any sort of contest or anything. Like there was a video where D-Bashu, he was like, oh, they did a tournament and they made sure magic doesn't work. So that sort of makes sense. I'm glad that bit of world building does make sense. They did put a lot of thought into how everything around the game would work. Andre, you're going to go and type into YouTube. You're going to go King of Meat TV show pilot. And that was something that was released on October 5th. The Construction Coliseum. Construction. That must be the whole thing, and that must be the corporation in charge. Oh, they got Eric. They got Eric Bazu or Bazzy. That's Bugs Bunny. Annie Chin. Who's the skeleton girl? I want to know. Hazbin Hotel. I don't know about Hazbin Hotel. Yeah, okay. You know what? See, looking at this from the back, I'm thinking his hair is definitely designed in Blender because I can sort of see a little bit of artifacting when it comes to the line thing. Again, I don't mind that. I think Blender's great. It's great with workflow. But from my personal experience, after I've done something and modeled something, I look at it and I think, oh, it's a little bit too jagged here or there, and I personally don't like that kind of or I don't like to have that in my own art style. So I will either smooth things out as best I can or just go over it in my own illustrations. Here it's fine. Because first of all, I've just paused it and I'm looking over it with a fine-tuned comb. Other people won't be able to see this. And even then, when you look at like classic illustrations, there are some in-between frames that are a little bit like, a little bit sus, that don't show up to the normal human eye. Like if I wasn't answering, it's pronounced Eric Baze. Okay, Eric Baze, pardon me. Again, if I wasn't answering a question, I wouldn't have stumbled upon this. But I can definitely tell like this was modeled because it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 curves in one point. And that just screams to me like, okay, that they put a subdivision on top of a line modifier and used it. I wonder if we can look that up in the credits. Should I just skip ahead? I'm at 1507. Let's skip ahead a bit. Special thanks. Directors. Chad Rocco, huh? I'll be damned. That is the other Chad Rocco. And that must be the guy who used the... he must be involved with like depicting how the video game is represented in the in-world. Let me turn the music off so I can hear myself think. And then slow down. How fast are these credits? Okay. Not bad. A little fast, though. I want to see where it says anything with programming. Female skeleton fan, female gamer, female unicorn. Skeleton PA. That must have been Annie Chin. Okay. And then you've got Okay, these actual designs are pretty boss. I'm looking at just them standing still. Yeah, that's really good. Okay. Curve Beak was Mark. Animation by Bardell Entertainment Incorporated. Okay. VP head of 2D production. I'm looking to see where there's if there's any sort of like. Yeah, that's a straight up model. There's this like ogre coach thing or teamster, and that looks just like a model. Designers, Harmony technician. Okay, so they use Toon Boom Harmony for some of this, which Harmony has a plugin that lets you use Blender. FX supervisor, casting. Okay, we're gonna have to go back into figure out where that one studio. They may have used Blender on a bunch of different on but that would be an internal thing with their own studio. And yeah, it says Amazon Games. So again, this is probably like, well, depending on the production, like was this supposed to be used on the Stadia or not? Why do you want to play the Ouya? Because Mom says that shit is badass. Okay, let's see. I was here. Oh, I'm using a Paint Tool Saya right now, but I was using Blender. I was using Blender to do a little bit of just basically get the line work for some of this, and then I can fix it up later. Again, the outline, you can tell from if I bring it up, pop it up again, you'll see that Blender doesn't quite how can I put this, smooth lines out quite perfectly. You can add a modifier to it, but even then there's also going to be this like weird artifacting. They're getting better and better at it though. They just released like Blender 0.5. And even then, I can tell on the armor, you've got some further artifacting here. This model looks pretty decent, but there's this weird, again, jaggedness, I would say. Which is especially odd because other parts of the figure seem to be so smooth. So, the jaggedness may be part of the costume, like it's some sort of like chiseled armor, riveted look sort of thing. Oh, okay. So he got pulled back into the stadium, and now he's one of the contenders. Which again is weird because what the footage I've seen from the video game, like all the humans are humanoid shaped. You've got like bomb heads, and you've got weird different helmet styles. Let me look up a trailer of the other. So they're not shaped like these guys. King of Meat. King of Meat. That's the thing. I want the official release date. Trailer. Right, Flo just won an Oscar, so it's like a huge thing. I mean, oh, you know what this game reminds me of? Wrestleverse, or that one game that unfortunately went defunct by Epic, which I liked. It was like a big open world sort of like battle royale with just like wrestling moves. Yeah, all the okay. I can sort of see how these characters could. Let me see them all standing together in the open a little bit. They're all isolated in their own shots. You've got a unicorn guy, and you've got the main guy who's purple. Okay, yeah, no, all these guys are differently shaped, but they're contestants. Again, it would be like, I mean, it's not too bad. These guys look more or less like the actual opponent villains, or the AI that you fight. Like, there's literally a big boss ogre that they have to fight that's taller than them, and that's the that's the size the human is against the two contestants and the weird ogre thing. I don't know why I count him weird. He's a pretty standard looking ogre guy. Okay, you can build your own dungeons. That's pretty cool. Oh! Comstruct. That's the fictional company that builds all this stuff. Again, this was supposed to be like on the stadium, I bet. To like, or online. So it's highly customizable. They've just so you're supposed to it's just like they want you to like use this like what's that other one? Roblox. Except with I assume less pedophilia, hopefully. And Fortnite. Again. Here's one thing we haven't seen this girl, the female caster. Oh, she just did a weird squiggly voice. So that's why she's not in the pilot. Unless Manning dies? Oh, I was going to say, hey, they got the VLC icon. No, that's just a traffic cone. Okay, very 80s style they're going for. Are we at the 20-year nostalgia cycle for do you like taco? He's the schmexiest friend. Rawr. Kind of random humor sort of thing. Billy the Buzzsaw. Okay, cool. Let's get back to it. I was gonna say they do a good job making sure that yeah, that his the main guy, what's his face? I don't know. I won't care after this, but they do a good job making sure that his he's got one eye that's smaller and one eye that's bigger, and they do a good job making sure that it's always prominent. It always stays the same no matter which direction he's facing. Sometimes that people really don't track that. There's, especially now that I've done a freeze frame, there's a point where the wrong finger is in front of this guy, the troll's. He's doing the little finger tapping pointy thing, you know, where you bring your two fingers together and you're like, oh, I'm not, the thing that no one does in real life, but everyone does to pantomime that they're like having second thoughts about something. The wrong fingers in front of the other, so that's a thing. Oh, the ogre guy just lost his legs. So now he's as short as the human? Is that what makes... No. No, he's not an opponent. Okay, he seems to be nonplussed about the whole situation. Hey, Mr. Nobody. There's a Skeletor guy. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, so he's in the games now. The games don't seem to have as much flair as the video game. Okay. It looks like he avoided most of the dungeon. Oh, okay. So they didn't fix the hammer thing. Oh, she was gonna kill him. Screw her. So he's gonna be the champion. Wait, no, this is dumb. This is dumb. He was about to kill her, or she was about to kill him, and she hit some button that gives him access to the to fix the obstacle course, and he's clearly going to. You have no there's no loyalty that was built up over the last 20 minutes. I could have sworn I heard just a fuck. without any sort of censoring chip. Let me see something. Okay, no, just wait. I'm even doing something forbidden that I would never do. I'm turning on subtitles. I mean, I've heard, I swear. There was an uncensored one. I swear. Okay, it was after they tried to print out the name, the word of it. Okay, honey guy's weird. I've seen. Okay, he just said it. He just said it. And it wasn't bleeped. He literally just used the F word. And then he got censored at the end. Did they miss it? Is it the weird, dumb PG rule where you can have one? Anyway, let's see. What's going on? Going back, that's so inconsistent. But let's see. He's using one of his little action figures. Yeah, what? Is it because it's a long fuck? Okay, he's using a cog on one of his little action figures. And he's fixing the hammer. Okay, and the champion got smashed by a hammer after he fixed it. You're gonna die. Oh, is he dead? Is he actually just fully on dead? Okay, she brought him. Okay, he died in the Colosseum, but he was brought back to life with the spell that she. Okay, now, how did the spell work? Okay, this is kind of a mess. See ya, Ninja. So he gets to be alive, but she can't bring back the other two people. Are they going for like a sensitive, like... That... Okay, there's a part where she says, and I know you guys can't hear it, but she says, they're going for like a sentimental kind of weird thing. And she's literally says, oh, you've had your dreams crushed, but that's okay because there's a place for people like you and me. We crush the dreams of others. And I was like, cool. Little bit on the nose for a project made by Amazon. A company owned that bought out by Bezos, who gutted a newspaper. This is so weird. This definitely reminds me of like weird, like tie-in, like basically. Now, again, this is not. This shouldn't exist. There's no reason for this to exist back then. But back in the like 80s, they would make an animated special that would promote a video game. Or a video game, a board game, some sort of toy. Like you have your Battletoads. Well, they had the Battletoads animated pilot because they wanted, of course, they wanted a tie-in series, but sometimes you would just get specials. Like, Strawberry Shortcake, My Little Ponies, before they had like 3 specials before they had a proper series, that sort of thing. There's no reason for this to exist other than it being a vestigial appendix of that sort of old apparatus. Where, oh, here's something that's a big tie-in thing. And it kind of sort of explains how the world works. But that's like anyone who plays the video game doesn't have to think about any of these characters, but these characters will be behind the scenes. If that's acknowledging them, I don't know. Very weird. I like the art style. I like how it does clearly use it. Like I'm looking at some models here, these Scream models. Yeah, good work for whoever worked on this, but like, I don't know. What a weird little project. That is just like so nostalgic for me. Just like have a little weird tie-in side thing. And I guess that you would go on to have it like, oh, they run the park, they'll have little side adventures, stuff like that. Not park, the obstacle course. I'm thinking of regular show. I'm thinking of all the shows now that are centered around the staff of something that keeps it going. Right? King of Meat, it looks interesting. It looks like definitely like a throwback, kind of throw everything and the kitchen sink to try to attract the kids. Fortnite had this weird sort of and also like it reminds me of things like no, not what was it? Exploding Cats, there. That kind of sort of also like randomness kind of thing. Also a little bit of Gauntlet. Maybe a little bit. I mean, without the sort of the puzzle aspect to it too. But if you want to go that far back. Yeah, I'm just trying to think about what else to say about King of Meat, but that was good. That was a good little sidebar. I'll be able to chop that up and put it into an episode. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. And we still have 30 minutes left on the old art stream. Um, People were very quick to point out that Morticia is not dressed up as a clown. I think a mime is close enough to a clown. This was clown, by the way. That's the name that popped up. It was just clown. And I was like, okay, I'll do Morticia as a mime because that's French. And I'll also add Gomez in the background because that's French. It works. Or maybe not, because everyone was quick to say, oh, a mime is not a clown. A mime is a type of clown, I think. I would argue. And I do, and that's why I did it. Anyway, give Spice Frontier escape from... Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that another time. This was good. I think this is a good format to kind of air some thoughts, and also I'll take that loose meat of what I just said because I was recording it on the side. I'll take that loose meat, a jumbled meat, and make a patty out of it. How far are we into this? Okay. I saw that. It looked good. It looked like what Lower Decks, if it wanted to be its own thing, could have been. Now that everything has to be a pre-existing IP. I don't know about the red balloon. I was thinking about that. There's only like two hints of red. Her lips and the little thing. I could. No, wait. I've already posted that. Which one do I have to post today? I did the mod zombie. I know mod zombie was last year. I did mod werewolf last year. Today I have to post the creep show flow. Creep show flow. Oh wow, that's good. I wish I had titles for these, and I will put that as mod wolf. But creep show flow from Kid Cosmic, basically in a tribute to Creepshow, the movie. When you're told that what was it? Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, is actually like the third Creepshow. Like that's what it started life out as. I don't know why that. I don't. It's just goes to show you that it's like interchangeable. Oh, choking on myself. Yeah, I could have done the red balloon, but I also just wanted to make it look like she was in a box. So I had the classic like box mimery. Oh, Claude Flanders. Okay, that would be good. Are you going to do Willow the Fairy for your next Halloween pick? Willow the Fairy. I like Lower Decks, Toon Grin. I found it got its own identity after a while. I like the whole Badgie arc where they were trying to like basically recreate like some sort of technology and it goes awry and then they use the same technology to like is stolen by the crooked admiral. If they had one more season, they should have like been like watching out to see if who was it? Who else was an admiral? Mariner's one of her parents. She was one. The mother was a captain. Was the father an admiral? There should have been like something where they were like, "Oh, is evil or not?" It also explored a topic, the topic of nepotism, which I think Deep Space Nine was kind of getting to, or even the original series with, what's his face, um, the kid, but like the idea of like someone who grew up in the system knows the system now knows that it can be good but also ineffective in certain ways and just tries their best to like maneuver around it. But at the same time is also scared like to be in a position of power. I just thought it was like a really good. There's plenty of good ideas. It was just like you said, it was trying to be Rick and Morty at the beginning. I still crack up at that dog. The space dog or whatever, where she makes her own dog, the green, Terrell. Oh wait, dogs don't talk or fly. Like no. Uh, what layer is this? Oh. Oh, Willow from Strange Magic. No, she did not come up on the list this year. Unfortunately, we had a lot of ones that like were new. Um, let's see. We have the woman, the mom on Spy X Family. We have in taking this year's Sonic the Hedgehog place. We have um, Queen, uh, the Queen from Sonic Underground. I don't remember her name. It starts with an A. We've got the mom from Nora Norita from Animaniacs, the reboot. We've got Sharon from South Park. I think the first South Park character I've done. Peggy from Pink Queen, King of the Hill. And we have a returning ones. We've got Camila from Owl House and Delia from Pokemon. Because it's 120 names and more to see on the list, and sometimes it's just random. We do have the mom from Glitch Text, yes, and she's not just a shadow. So that'll be fun when she shows up. We got Did I ever do Bulma? Obama may have been. Or I'm thinking of like uh, Android. Scary Godmother. I can add it to the list for next year. Oh, hold on. Saying, yeah, not this year, but maybe next year. Or maybe I could just do a drawing of her. Shoot. No reason I just can't do one. What does their mouth look like? I'm sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm just got lost in the sauce with this other one. Next week, if you have the time, got another ever spicy pick. Oh, okay, that's cool. I got. Let's see. I have to do one other commission. I got a couple commissions I got to do, but yeah, I think I could do one for you. What about doing a Christmas images of the cast, sort of a Nightmare Before Christmas situation? That would be cool. The Scary Godmother. Have you seen the original comics? They're really good, and I think they do a Christmas one in that. I think. Really? Yeah, they didn't nail the look despite the fact what they were going for. They were going for like the illustrated look, but they couldn't quite get on top of it, which is so weird because it was made by Mainframe, who do like a lot of good stuff. I mean, they did, Beast Wars and stuff like that. But I think this was at the time that they were also being sold, and who bought them? Rainmaker or something? The same people behind all the Barbie shorts? I think it was not good times for Mainframe. I remember eating candy and watching Scary on Cartoon Network. Yeah, I remember that. I remember when that first premiered. I remember seeing the sequel first. For some reason, they had well, not for some reason. I assume what had happened is I just watched them in reverse. Oddly enough, the sequel did have a little bit better. I mean, it's mostly the same assets, but I think they upped their game a little bit. Scary Godmother. That one I never put on the list for Halloween videos because I just think it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's good. I don't think it's horribly weird. Oh, it's become a cult classic for Generation Z and resulting in memes and fan art. Really? Scary Godmother. For some reason this premiered at the San Diego Comic-Con. Scary Godmother Halloween Spooktacular premiered at the San Diego Comic-Con. It aired the following month for San Diego. When did they have it? When did they have that? Is it in November? I always go to the one. Oh, it was released on September and then the following month for a Halloween special in Canada. 1 year later, they premiered on. 1 year later, it premiered on Cartoon Network. Oh, so this one has like. So this was in the can for like 2 years. Mainframe Entertainment first bought the options to write the book in 1999. The company's plan was to produce a special and also serve as a pilot for a TV series. Oh man, could you imagine? The hour-long special involved a different animation process from their past works. Wait, is it an hour long? "48 minutes." No, I guess okay. When they mean special, they mean like, and in terms of a new animation pipeline and the beginning of their usage of proprietary software. Okay, so that's why it looks so kind of a little bit weird compared to like all of their like good and like their mainstead stuff. It's because at the time they were training people off of their software. Okay. Let me see what a Mainframe Entertainment. Let's see the history. When did it get bought out? As Rainmaker, finding itself under new ownership by IDT, sold its stake to Vancouver. The production firm Rainmaker and Mainframe was renamed Rainmaker Animation. First, oh no! Oh no, Escape from Planet Earth was a Mainframe joint? Distributed by Weinstein, of course. Okay, so that's why. I mean, I know Escape from Earth, but I never would have been like these are the same people that did Reboot. Oh, thank God. Okay, so okay, there was a Chinese company that wanted to buy it. They were basically going to use it as a that thing where they transfer the debt from one company to another, but it fell through. Okay, Escape from Planet Earth. They also worked on the Ratchet and Clank film for Insomniac. They abandoned the Sly Cooper one. What have they been working on? They did Reboot, The Guardian Code. Oh, they did some stuff for Spy Kids. Yeah, they do a lot of commercial work now. Oh wait, no, Jump Scare to be announced. They've worked on Super Kitties. Oh, well, whatever Unicorn Academy is, a bunch of Barbie stuff. Octonauts. Okay, so a lot of Disney stuff. Oh, Spider-Man the animated series. Remember that? Oh, and the Max Steel, of course. I remember that too. Wait, no. Max Steel is not the Action Man, which is the one thing I really do remember. Which was like they had it was definitely like a Matrix ripoff with the with him using math as a superpower. Okay, but they'll always have Reboot and Beast Wars. And Reboot the Guardian Code is not a sequel. It is a reimagined series, they say. Okay, so wait, where is Fairly Odd Parent? Where's okay, films. Ratchet and Clank. So they don't even okay, Scary Godmother was their first special. Scary Godmother. Elliot the Reindeer? Okay. Elliot the Littlest Reindeer. I gotta check that out. Barbie, 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 Barbie. Casper's Haunted Christmas. Barbie. A lot of directed video special Barbie stuff. Wait, they did the Nutty Professor? The animated version? Oh. Oh, okay. I may have to check that. Okay, so that's not as like, I mean, it's like a low bar, but it's not super crappy low. Yeah, I was gonna say all these Barbie movies are like what people meme nowadays. Okay, but the Scary Godmother was the first time they were starting to work with their own like proprietary software. And that was around 2000. So you have Heavy Gear, the animated series. Don't know what the hell that is. Max Steel for Cartoon Network. Spider-Man, the animated series. Now that sucks. That one could have gone far, but it was for MTV, and people weren't interested in it. Okay, and then years later they had Fairly. Okay, that's good. Yeah, they didn't nail the art style. They tried with a lot of weird background stuff, but I remember the first one looking really rough, and I guess 2 years later they sort of got back in form because I remember that one looking pretty decent. Oh, and I guess Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein's looking pretty good. Hold on, I gotta check something. We're good. We're on track. I was gonna say all this footage together is about maybe an hour, 3 hours, and I have it set. I have the player set to time and a half. Okay, see you, Cage. What's going on? I'm just getting lost in the sauce. Oh, and also, YouTube seems to be using this weird AI filter on some artwork, so that sucks. Like, really smoothing out a lot of illustrations and getting rid of textures that people work so hard to make look nice. I posted about it on my Blue Skies. Oh yeah, here. It's just chadrocco.bluesky.social. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so maybe I keep not adding like the Godmother Halloween Spooktacular just because I don't know, I just think it's kind of indicative of what it was what they were capable of back then. It always seems like, oh, this is a nice Canadian animated special that they had. There are some specials that I feel like they're like, oh, that's just a good Halloween special. They don't really fall under the weirdest ones. Halloween's a good time when everyone kind of swings for the fences. But like some of them are just like nice. I mean, if you really want to get into it, like you say like, oh, that's weird, like Garfield's like Halloween special, or like where Garfield actually meets ghosts. But the whole thing is like, oh well, that's supernatural. That's not something that should happen or has ever happened in the comic strips before. It's like, well, it's Halloween. It's a Halloween special. I will say it's a bit weird that they include pirates. But then again, it's if they like go out to the lake and they see a house and it's his greed that like makes them go across to the haunted house. They've done weirder stuff in the actually, that could be a thing. No, they've done weirder stuff in the like the cartoon, like the actual animated series that was long running, and the CGI one. Like Kif has these Halloween specials, and they're just like really good. Huh, that's weird. Okay. Okay, no. This is talking about the comic book. This is Jill Thomas's Scary Godmother, premiered in 1997. Out of the author's obsession with Halloween and added a twisted, friendly situation to the children's book market. Okay, and it looks like Scott McCloud vouched for it, calling it enlightened, mature fantasy that was unusual for the mid-90s, and I would agree. The mid-90s and like the early 2000s were a little, trying to be edgy for like what it's overly edgy. Oh, Scary Godmother Halloween Spooktacular is based off of a stage play of the first book. Oh, so she turned it into a play in 2001 in the Chicago Community Theater. Special features longer shots than most other animated. Oh my gosh. So that's that's why they did that weird stupid thing in the graveyard. I was like, why aren't they showing any adults? Why are they like pantomiming like that? Oh, okay, that just totally clicked into place. The weird opening at the graveyard where they were acting like the adults at the beginning. And like literally like moving around like it's in stage performance. Okay, I get it now. So it's based off a book, but it's also based off a stage play. Do we? I think he's still a good guy, unless there's something I missed about him. Is it because he's just kind of overplayed? Weirdest Halloween commercials? That would be cool. Or just like a Halloween commercial overview. There's tons of them. They've got like collections. Wait, no, what was I thinking? There was something. I was thinking of Halloween stages. I was thinking about like the spooky stages in video games. Like you would like Bugs Bunny busting. No, not. Like Bugs Bunny had a game, like based off of his cartoons, and there was one stage where I think he was in a haunted house. Okay, yeah, you're thinking of the Dilbert guy. Okay, you're thinking of Scott something or other. I do that one time. There's this guy I follow on Blue Sky. He's a reporter, and he's almost got the same exact name, but it's Scott. Who is the Dilbert guy? I forget his name. Scott McNeil? No. Australian Canadian. Oh, I did not know that. I thought he was American Canadian. Scott Dilbert. I'll just look up the Dilbert guy. Scott Adams. Okay, you know what? There is a Scott Adam. That's who it is. There is a Scott Adam that I follow, and he's a reporter. And every once in a while, I see that name, and I think, why the hell am I... Oh, that's right. It's Scott Adam. Yeah, I know. I'm just looking at... It was the first thing that came up, probably because I was looking at Scott McNeil. He plays Mr. Bones. And Tabitha St. Germain is the scary godmother? Rarity. Rarity is scary godmother. Okay, let me listen for it. I haven't watched the actual special in years. Scary. I wonder if they have it on YouTube for free. They do that sometimes. No, I mean they do, but like it's not official. Also, YouTube is doing this weird thing where you hit the bar underneath and it shows you what the most played is. Now it's, instead of bright red, it's just some sort of it's a little waveform. I actually kind of like it a little more. Oh yeah, the highlight is when Mr. Bones shows up, or Boogity Bones, or whatever. Scully. The skeleton in the closet. It looks like this was actually produced on film. There's something about it. Like it may have been like, the early Pixar stuff. Okay, you know what? This looks better than I remember. Okay, this is like Rarity via if Rarity was cast as Pinkie Pie, I think. I can kind of hear it a little bit. But anyway, yeah, this looks a lot better than I remember. I especially like the textures. They've got a little bit of the wiry textures that they try to emulate from the art style. The hair is a little bit weird though. Let me see. Let's see how better, if it looks any better in the new one. The Revenge of Jimmy. Yeah, the model looks a little bit more refined. Let's look at the little girl. Hannah's hair looks janky in the first one. Okay, I know what they did. They the texture, it's stretched over in the first one. In the first model, it looks stretched in weird places. In the next one, they seem to reposition it a little better. The texture it falls on the geometry much better. The little girl is voiced by Princess Cadence. Okay, so it's just a who's who of My Little Pony. Let's see, who else do they got? Written. Oh, so she was in Dead Like Me. Cadence. Okay, Barbie the Nutcracker. She must have been a little girl by back then. She was also in My Little Pony Promenade. All the old, like, Gen 2 stuff. How old was she when Dead Like Me? Oh, she was young. Okay. What's Daddy's Girl? Is this a movie? No, it's a TV series. No, it's a movie. Okay. Oh, she was in Rats. Oh, never mind. That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking of like a weird French animated film. I guess Rats is just like some sort of teen rom-com. Oh, she played Sabrina Spellman. She took over the role of Sabrina in Sabrina's Teenage Secret Life. Okay. Oh, hey, and she was on The Haunting Hour. No, I thought that was another special. Okay. A new trading card game? I'm sorry, a new one coming out? Okay, well, I think that's it. Yeah, that's I think we're done. Again, I like Morticia. I try to limit the amount of side characters. But this was fine, having Gomez in the background. Again, going with the whole, like, Morticia, that's French. Even when she doesn't say a word, it's like, that's French. And the use of Dutch angles. I kind of made it look like she's actually, like, there's an actual box. Maybe that was a mistake. I could have maybe depicted that with, like, dotted lines. But I like the framing of it. The weird Dutch angles, the use of Blender when I was making the actual, like, form. I used a pre-made form, and I was able to, like, I don't know, get a lot of good stretching out of it, making her longer and thinner, and getting the pose just kind of right. It's weird. It's weird seeing Morticia with pants. Maybe that's like a cardinal sin, but like it wouldn't work without it. But anyway, yeah, that was it. Thank you all for joining me. This was a very productive stream. I like just going, doing a little doodling while I do this, talking to you, and also I may or may not have a new thing to add to the list. And another side-eye review of that one show. This is fun. Oh, and I'm also seeing the Cabbage Patch Kids First Christmas. Wait, there's an Army Man Cabbage Patch? Oh, Good Time Movies. I'm sorry, this is actually a podcast. Which I will throw a bone and check out later. Why did they just posted it now? Huh. Okay, anyway. I'm going to say goodnight. We're probably going to do some... Yeah, I don't think I can get like a full episode out of whatever Halloween stuff they got in Overwatch. So we're probably going to do... Melanie will probably play some more Resident Evil and get that done. In the meantime, if you guys can do me a favor, stay cool, stay safe, stay spooky, all that stuff. I'll see you later, okay? You have a good one. Bye-bye.